Bruh. Bruh. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. So I just watched the debate. I was live tweeting it. This was not the plan. The plan was not for me at 11 o'clock at night, immediately after watching the debate, to hop on camera and start ranting about it. I was going to wait until the morning, but I couldn't help. I said, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to sleep. I got to get my ass on camera right now. I got to go talk about this right now. Bro, that was disgraceful. That was literally the single worst debate I've ever seen in my life. And it's not even close. I mean, this makes 2016 Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton look like, Noam Chomsky versus William F. Buckley. What did I just watch, dog? What did I just watch? Okay, I'm going to break it down for you. Okay, so let's start with the basics. Elephant in the room. Let's get it out of the way right now. Joe Biden is cooked. His brain doesn't work, bro. His brain doesn't work. There is a 0% chance that he makes it another 4 years. If anybody tells you, no, he'll win and then he'll serve 4 years, then he'll retire, he'll go get a place in Boca Raton. No, homie, he's got, I'm going to be kind here, maximum 2 years left. The fact of the matter is, homie could croak any minute. Okay, so he was coughing and stuff on stage. He had a raspy voice, and it seems like, oh yeah, he has a cold. Okay, all right. Okay, he has a cold. Everybody can understand that. But the cold doesn't account for the endless freezes. He would stop mid-sentence. He would lose his way. He would desperately try to get back, but couldn't get back. Like, Joe Biden, you had one job in this debate, and it was to not look like a zombie. It was to not appear half dead. Yeah, I know all the right-wingers have been talking, oh yeah, he's on Adderall, or he's doing cocaine, or he's drinking Monster Energies, or Red Bulls, or whatever. I know what they've been saying. But that does not mean your ass is going to go au natural and think that'll work out. I'll show them. I'm going to go up there with no chemical assistance. Motherfucker, you should have injected the entire pharmacy. I wish you were on uppers. They should have given you every upper ever made. So Joe Biden, look, from a vibes perspective and an energy perspective and like just the normie, independent, apolitical person who tunes in type shit, from their point of view, simply on optics alone, they're going to go, he can't do it. He's not competent enough. He's not with it mentally. This is like when you have to take the keys from grandma and the family is hanging on like, maybe, I don't know, maybe we could let her go for another month but no, she was driving on the wrong side of the road coming back from church the other week. Like, we got to take it. It's not safe now. Like, that's where we're at, bro. Except in this instance, the car keys are the keys to the White House. It's the nuclear launch codes, bro. That's what we're talking about. That's where we're at. So look, and here's the sad reality. Even if Joe Biden was up there and he was spitting, and every single thing he said was factual, and every policy he laid out as something he wants to do was perfect, and everything he described about what he did do was correct, even if that was the case, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. Because on some level, we're all still basically like monkeys, right? Human beings are basically like monkeys. And when you're looking for a leader, you're looking for top tier confidence. You're looking for competence. You're looking for efficiency. You're looking for somebody who's quick with it. And on every single one of those fronts, F. It just, I'm sorry, but all the little sycophants who were surrounding him all this time, who were telling him like, we're good. Like, we're going to get through this. It's good. We're going to run again. We beat him last time. We're going to beat him this time. Every single person who took that position should feel shame the rest of their life. They should be fired today. They should have been fired years ago because these are incompetent careerist ladder climbers just trying to hold on to their power. They have power by proxy through the likes of people like Joe Biden, and they don't have the ability to say, homie, you lost not just a step, you lost 17 steps, bro. So, look, I can't say it wasn't expected. It kind of was expected, but when you see it this starkly, guys, I'm about to tell you something incredible right now. Right before I press record here, I turned on MSNBC. Again, I'm recording this 11 o'clock at night right after the debate ended. This will drop at some point tomorrow. MSNBC, they were waving the white flag. Do you have any idea how bad it's got to be for MSNBC to wave the white flag? For MSNBC to throw the towel? They have one job, defend Biden. Their one job is defend the Democratic Party. They threw in the towel, bro. Literally, Nicole Wallace literally said, look, man, there's only so much spin we can do. That's almost a direct quote. There's only so much spin we could do. Rachel Maddow was like, you know what? That wasn't a good look, bro. They were saying, now people are going to be having conversations. Should he even be in this race? That's what they said. That's what they said. That's the Biden Defense Network. That's what they said. By the way, who do they mean by people in that scenario? Do they mean, Dad and Uncle Jim and people all around the country are going to be having that conversation at the dinner table? They do mean that, I'm sure. But do they also mean Democratic elites? Do they also mean White House staffers? Because now we're talking. What I would give to have almost any other Democrat in there. Bro, who are we kidding? 95% of rando-ass Democrats would destroy Trump. He's a convicted felon. He's a criminal. He's viewed as an extremist. It's because of him Roe v. Wade was overturned. Like, the list goes on and on. They don't want Trump. But you're giving them the option of somebody next to him who's basically like one of those fish after you catch it and it's fresh out of the water and it's flopping around on the deck. Like, that's Joe Biden right now. That's his campaign. That's what this debate was like. So look, I don't want to let Trump off the hook here because I'd be doing a disservice to you if I didn't say that the bar was below the basement, bro. There's like just a couple of things Trump had to do in order to walk away from this. The like undisputed, like it's over, right? And one of those things is just don't like defend the January 6ers and don't deny the 2020 election again. All of the polling shows that's like one of the main issues apart from abortion where everybody disagrees. Like the normies, the independents, the moderates, everybody in the country who's going to decide the election, they are not with him on that. They were stolen, rigged election, the January 6th, they're heroes, they're patriots. All you had to do was not say that shit. And what does he do? He says that shit. He can't help himself. So I'm not letting him off the hook and we'll play some video clips. Believe it or not, there actually were some moments where Joe Biden sort of hit him pretty good, right? But it doesn't matter, man, because Joe Biden's presentation was, I mean, he's got more than 1 foot in the grave. He's got 1 foot and 4 other toes in the grave. His little pinky toe on one of his feet is the only thing that's not in the grave right now, and that motherfucker's hanging on for dear life. Okay, so this was bad. This was bad, bro. Holy shit. You should have seen the text messages that I was shooting back and forth with people. You should have seen, you could have seen what I was tweeting. But anyway, all right, so let's dive into it. Let's start. Here's one of the classic Biden. This is one people were talking about. This is how well his brain is working. Instead of saying billionaires, he hit us with trillionaires.
Number two, you've got $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we had 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America.
Okay, he corrected himself. And he said 2 trillion was the number for the tax cut. So I can see where that one's coming from. You're not going to, the next ones, it's not going to be as much of a, all right. And by the way, normally I'd speed this up to 1.25 times speed. But if I do that, he will sound more with it. And you need to experience what it was like actually watching this thing in real time. Okay, guys, this is one of the worst ones. This is one of the worst ones. I'm telling you right now. This is one of the worst ones. Let me make sure I got it on the right speed. I do not have it on the right speed. Now I have it on the right speed. Here we go.
System, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
You know that feeling you just got in the pit of your stomach listening to that? The anxiety you felt as he was trying to get through that? That was the whole debate, bro. Every time he would open his mouth, and he would do, he loves to do this, where he starts listing shit. All right, let me tell you something. First of all, number one, and then he'll say some shit. I'm like, don't start listing shit, because number two, you're going to struggle to remember, and there's no fucking chance you're going to remember number three. You can't be listing shit. There's a couple, he's like, let me respond to a couple things you said. I was like, oh no, don't hit him with the couple things. You're not going to remember the second thing by the time you're done with the first thing, if you could even get through the first thing, bro. All right, let me play the end of this again. I think Trump comes back with something.
If we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
He's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare.
See, like, he was more on his feet. He was quick. You know, we finally beat Medicare. He lost. His brain just, by the way, I sympathize with that, bro. It happens to me from time to time. I talk for a living on camera. I understand that, but when it happens like 8 times in a 2-hour debate, when every time you open your mouth, it's an adventure as to whether or not you're going to be able to get to the end of the sentence, all the enablers gotta go. All the enablers gotta go. All right, here we go.
And if I'm elected, I'm going to restore Roe v. Wade.
So that means he can take the life of the baby in the 9th month and even after birth, because some states, Democrat run, take it after birth. Again, the former governor of Virginia, put the baby down, then we decide what to do with it. So he's willing to, as we say, rip the baby out of the womb in the 9th month and kill the baby. Nobody wants that to happen, Democrat or Republican. Nobody wants it to happen.
That is simply not true.
This was one of the other things on the list of things Trump couldn't do. He did it. He left the door wide open for Biden to be like, you're against Roe v. Wade, I'm for it. Where's the rest of the discussion? There's no more discussion. Like this, we're done here. And Trump would keep walking through that, trying to bring up like late-term abortion and shit. And Biden's like, you're lying. Roe v. Wade doesn't have late-term abortion. You're just wrong. By the way, even Aaron Rupar, who's like the biggest Biden simp in the world, look what he said right underneath this. Biden seems shook. He's just not expressing himself clearly, which I wonder which clip this is.
What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Oh, no. The worst thing for Biden, he came out of the gates stumbling and fumbling and bumbling and not being able to get through sentences and coughing and whispering. And he had some moments in the middle where he had a spark of life, but it would last for like 23 seconds, then it'd be gone, bro. So I think, if I remember correctly, this is one of those moments where he sort of lights him up real quick, but then he goes right back to Slumbersville.
But he has killed so many people at our border by allowing all of these people to come in. And it's a very sad day in America.
President Biden, you have the mic.
Every single thing he said is a lie. Every single one. For example, veterans are a hell of a lot better off since I passed the PACT Act. 1 million of them now have insurance, and their families have it. Their families have it because what happened, whether it was Agent Orange or burn pits, they're all being covered now. And his group opposed that. We're also in a situation where we have great respect for veterans. My son spent a year in Iraq, living right next to one of those burn pits, came back with stage 4 glioblastoma. I was recently in France for D-Day, and I spoke all about those heroes that died. I went to the World War II cemetery World War I cemetery he refused to go to. He was standing with his 4-star general, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
That was not as good as I remember. When I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, okay, you sort of hit him there." Now listening back, it's the cadence, it's the rhythm, it's the like. There's no, it's just like there's no life, there's no vibrancy. But that last line of like, "You're the loser, you're the sucker." Okay. This was another one of the moments where he was like, he called out Trump for being a convicted felon real quick. All right, let's listen to this one.
And Democrats, all Democrats, they destroyed and deleted all of the information they found because they found out we were right. We were right. And they deleted and destroyed all of the information. They should go to jail for that. If a Republican did that, they'd go to jail.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden, I want to give you a minute.
The only person on this stage is a convicted felon is the man I'm looking at right now. And the fact of the matter is, what he's telling you is simply not true. The fact is that there was no effort on his part to stop what was going on up in Capitol Hill. And all those people, every one of those who were convicted, deserves to be convicted.
I think you were talking about the January 6th guys there. Yeah, that's not. I don't know why Trump felt the need to defend. Like, Biden looked so bad that all you had to do was, like, not deny the last election, not defend the January 6ers, not say some stupid ass shit on abortion. And Trump did those things, which is crazy. Again, at the end of the day, I'm not sure it's going to matter because I think it's going to be unanimous that Trump won the debate just because he was present, right? But it's still amazing to me that if Trump didn't do those three things, I think the polls might actually be like 85% say Trump won the debate. Now, my guess now is it's probably going to be like 75% say he won either way, but he would have had another 10 points. I'm very curious to see what the polls say because in my circle, everybody was saying the same shit, looking at Biden like, oh no, it's Joever, bro. It is Joverington. All right, let's see. What's this one we got here? This was probably Biden's best moment, low-key. It's his class, his like old-timey, like when he says malarkey and stuff like that. He hit us with another old-timey-ass thing, and he brought up the fact that Trump fucks porn stars. Although I don't know if that's actually in today's day and age. Like, is that really going to hit and be something where people are like, you've crossed a line, good sir. You got your dick wet with a porn star. I mean, when Monica Lewinsky blew Bill Clinton, his numbers went up. Even when Republicans were investigating it and saying, no, it's about perjury, he lied under oath, and that's why we're looking at it. His numbers went up. So I don't know if it's going to have that same impact, but all right, let's listen. You guys make your own mind up. But I like the very last thing he says here.
This man is a criminal. This man, you're lucky. You're lucky. I did nothing wrong. We'd have a system that was rigged and disgusting. I did nothing wrong.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden, you have said, I'm coming right to you, sir. You want to respond? Go ahead. I'll give you a minute to respond.
The idea that I did anything wrong relative to what you're talking about is outrageous. It's simply a lie, number one. Number two, the idea that you have a right to seek retribution against any American just because you're president is wrong. It's simply wrong. No president's ever spoken like that before. No president in our history has spoken like that before. Number three, the crimes that you are still charged with, and think of all the civil penalties you have. How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, for doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant? I mean, what are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat.
He said you have the morals of an alley cat. That's the old-timeyest shit I've ever heard in my life, man. Morals of an alley cat, see? Oh, man. Okay, we're not done. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, this was a bad one, guys. Trump used the term Palestinian as like a slur against Biden. By the way, the Israel part was just as bad as you would expect the Israel part to be. They were both, this is them to Israel. They were just glazing Netanyahu and shit. Anyway, but here we go. Listen to this.
Israel and Hamas. Israel's the one that wants to go. He said the only one that wants to keep going is Hamas. Actually, Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him finish the job. He doesn't want to do it. He's become like a Palestinian, but they don't like him because he's a very bad Palestinian. He's a weak one.
He says, let Israel go finish the job. In other words, why are you even questioning their fucking war crimes? Why you let him Let them bomb as many hospitals and as many schools and as many children as they want to bomb. Let them starve as many people as they want to starve. Why are you getting in their way, bro? First of all, he's not getting in their way. Second of all, he should get in their fucking way. Third of all, he's a Palestinian. Like, ugh, disgusting. Man, I told you, this is one of the most loathsome nights in our politics in my lifetime. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Biden's more than half dead, and Trump is still as Trumpy as Trump has ever been, and he's going to be just as extreme, just as insane, just as much of a criminal, just as much of a psychopath if he gets in again. And again, right now, after this debate, I think those numbers are changing in the polls, bro. I mean, right now, you argue Trump has like a slight lead or, according to Nate Silver, 65, 66% chance of winning. After this one, man, I really hope the Democrats are having that conversation, bro. I really hope the Democrats are having that conversation. You take Joe Biden out and you put, you fill in the blank. Pick a Democratic governor, right? Pick a random Democratic governor. Put them in. I think it'd be over quick. All right, this also was one of my favorite Trump moments. Again, like, Trump sounds vibrant. He sounds like he has a lot of life in him, right? But then if you take one of his answers and just write down what he says, forget how he says it, because I agree, the way he delivers it is like charismatic and seems authentic and all those things. But you write down what he says and it's like, you read it, that's the dumbest shit I've ever read in my life. So here we go. Listen, he's asked about climate change, right? What are you going to do to tackle the climate crisis? Listen to his answer.
President Trump, will you take any action as president to slow the climate crisis?
So I want absolutely immaculate clean water, and I want absolutely clean air, and we had it. We had H2O. We had the best numbers ever, and we were using all forms of energy, all forms, everything.
What the fuck was that, bro? Imagine just transcribing that shit and reading it. What are you going to do about the climate crisis? We want absolutely clean water, clean, immaculate air. We had the best numbers in terms of H2O. I'm about to take a cheese grater and just do this to my nipples. Just do that to my nipples until I chafe them off. All right, let's keep going. Oh, the golf part. So as you all know, I'm an avid golfer. I love golf. And one of the benefits of playing golf my entire life is that I know a fraud from a million miles away. Anybody who's been golfing their whole life knows a lot about golf. I could take one look at one swing somebody makes and I could tell you roughly what their handicap is. Okay, I know golf. They ended up arguing for like 4 minutes about golf. All right, here we go.
It's not even senior. 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be.
So Trump, I forget what the question was. It might have been about age too. I think they both got asked a question about age at the end, and he was like, I aced my cognitive test. I aced it. It was like a fucking dementia test. I aced it, and also I won 2 golf club championships. Not even the senior ones, the regular ones. And you got to be smart for that. No, you don't. What the fuck? There's been plenty of golfers who are fucking morons. What are you talking about? You have to be smart to win a club championship. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, anyway.
It's not even senior. 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way. And I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape. I feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter.
First of all, nobody gives a fuck how long you hit the ball, bro. Nobody cares how long you hit the ball. Second of all, you didn't win 2 club championships straight up. This has been one of the most notorious Trump lies all these years. I know people who were members at the same golf club as Trump. Everybody knows he's a fucking cheater. And those club championships he wins are at his own fucking courses. They're not real. It's not real. Look, I've seen his golf swing. He's not a bad golfer. He could put up a 92. On a good day, maybe at 86. You're not winning no fucking club championship where you got to shoot even par or like 3 over or something. You're not shooting that. But he's right about Biden. Biden cannot hit the ball 50 fucking yards. Okay, then Biden responds, Oh, this is the hellscape timeline we live in, y'all.
I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6.
Nope.
But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie that he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I have, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay, let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
21
turn.
Let's not act like.
First of all, he changed it from a 6 to an 8 in a matter of like 3 seconds. Second of all, he ain't a 6 or an 8. Oh my God. I'm so done, bro. I'm so done. I don't even know what we're doing anymore. You want to know what I texted Crystal? You want to know what I texted Crystal as soon as the debate ended? I was like, can we talk about leaving the country yet? Can we do that? Can we do that? Because it feels like that conversation needs to start being had right now. I mean, I love my country, but let's stop pretending like this is anything but imperial decline right now. Bro, it's that baton is getting passed to China, and it's getting passed real fucking quick. All right, final one here. Oh. This is, they were asked, or Dana Bash. Look, I'm sure her and Jake Tapper knew, man, Biden looks bad, bro. And he's talking really slow, and he's raspy, and he's whispering, and he's like the lost grandpa and all that stuff. And they were like, they had their questions up their sleeve. Of course, CNN doesn't like Trump. Nobody would deny that. They had the question. They were ready. They knew what to like end the debate with. So I asked him, oh, will you accept the results of the election? Knowing that this motherfucker would whiff it, oh dinky. And whiff it he did. Whiff it he did. Again, Trump. All you had to do was be normal. And it would have been a flawless victory, Mortal Kombat style. 100% of the population would have said, it's a Rapsky. All you had to do was not say some dumb shit on Roe versus Wade, say some dumb shit about the January 6ers, say some dumb shit about denying the election. All you had to do was not look like a psychopath extremist. And he did. Now, thankfully for him, he's going to get away with being a psychopath extremist because Biden was dead. But anyway, I'll stop talking and play the video for you. Here we go.
The question was, will you accept the results of the election, regardless of who wins? Yes or no, please.
If it's a fair and legal and good election, absolutely. I would have much rather accepted these, but the fraud and everything else was ridiculous. And if you want, we'll have a news conference on it in a week, or we'll have another one of these in a week.
60 court cases. 60 court cases. They had to do a fraudulent elector scheme to try to overthrow the election, and they still weren't able to do it. You want to know why? Because you fucking lost. Even in the states where they tried to, remember the Arizona had the audit. Oh, we're going to audit it because Biden won, but we think Trump actually won. So we're going to audit it, and we're going to find out Trump actually won. They did the audit. It turns out, after the audit, Biden ended up winning by more than we thought he won by on Election Day. When they went back and recounted the votes, if anything, it was rigged in the other direction. Trump got too many votes that he didn't actually get those votes. That's what happened. All the court cases were thrown out. What are we talking about? The fucking gaggle of morons like Sidney Powell, all those people, they got your ass in a whole bunch of fucking legal trouble. Newsmax and One American News and Fox News had to pay out hundreds of millions of dollars because of the fucking election lies that you helped spread. Now he's up there doing it again, like on some normal shit. Like nothing happened. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. I would tell you to go watch the entire debate, but don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Save yourself the mental anguish. It ain't worth it. You think it's not worth it. The anxiety you feel, you're so uncomfortable when Biden opens his mouth and he's lost from second number one and he just keeps meandering through and desperately trying to find, moving from COVID to the deficit to what, like, oh my God. Oh my God. Then Trump comes in and he's just like castigating and berating and being a psychopath, and we're so cooked, bro. We are so cooked. Anyway, I know this was a long video. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this up tonight. I know Peter's doing a whole bunch of editing for Breaking Points. They're actually live right now, so this will probably drop at some point tomorrow. But man, I had to turn this camera on. I was not gonna be able to sleep unless I got this stuff off my chest. There's no way. I mean, what I witnessed was, this is a new low, bro. This is a new low for the country. There's a new low. It's never been this bad. I mean, shit, take me back to 2016, right? I've been very critical of a guy by the name of Barack Obama. I would give my left nut to have Barack Obama back right now. I got a million criticisms of him. But are you telling me you wouldn't press the button if you could get him back right now compared to what we're looking at right here? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. We got a guy who's sundowning and is committing a genocide versus a guy who's a criminal and an extremist and won't accept the results of the election if he loses. And we're all just acting like this shit is normal, bro. We're all just acting like everything's okay. This is not okay. We're so far from okay. I can't put it into words. Where do we go from here? What's the fucking next election going to be? Is it going to be Carrot Top versus Clint Eastwood when he's 107 years old? Like, what are we trending towards? What are we trending towards? Is it going to be fucking, what's his face? Nick Fuentes versus, I don't know, who's the dude from the H3 podcast? I don't know. Where are we going? Where are we going from here? I can't. It's gonna be Hunter Biden versus Don Jr. next. You know what? I'll take it. I will take Hunter Biden and Don Jr. over these two. I mean, Biden looks like he's, you know, when you catch the dog doing something bad, when the dog's like eating something that they're not supposed to be eating, then you catch it and they have that face on. That's what Biden looks like. And Trump literally looked like he was melting in real time on the screen. This is what we got. I'm gone, man. I'm gone. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.